Cookies of Fortune, tracing the roots and rise of a cultural icon. Fortune cookies are a delightful and intriguing treat often associated with Chinese cuisine, yet their history is surprisingly complex and multifaceted. The story of fortune cookies spans continents and cultures, with their modern form being a relatively recent development. Here, we will explore the origins, evolution, and cultural significance of fortune cookies in a detailed narrative. Despite their strong association with Chinese American restaurants, the roots of fortune cookies can be traced back to Japan. The precursor to the modern fortune cookie is the Japanese Tsujiura Senbei, a type of cracker that dates back to the 19th century. These Senbei crackers, made from sesame and miso, contained small slips of paper with fortunes or messages. They were traditionally sold at shrines and temples, particularly in the Kyoto region, where they were considered a form of temple offering. The journey of the fortune cookie to the United States began in the early 20th century with Japanese immigrants who settled on the West Coast. It is widely believed that the first fortune cookies in America were served in Japanese tea gardens in San Francisco and Los Angeles. One of the earliest recorded instances of fortune cookies in the United States was at the Japanese tea garden in San Francisco's Golden Gate Park, around 1907. Several individuals and businesses have claimed to be the originators of the American fortune cookie. One notable claimant is Makoto Hagiwara, a Japanese immigrant and landscape designer who managed the Japanese tea garden. Hagiwara is said to have served fortune cookies to visitors as a token of gratitude for supporting his efforts to keep the garden open. Another claim comes from David Zheng, a Chinese immigrant who founded the Hong Kong Noodle Company in Los Angeles around 1918. Zheng is said to have handed out fortune cookies to the poor as a form of encouragement and inspiration. The association of fortune cookies with Chinese cuisine in America is largely a result of the internment of Japanese Americans during World War II. With many Japanese-owned businesses closed or sold, Chinese entrepreneurs stepped in to fill the void. Chinese restaurants began serving fortune cookies as a novelty dessert, capitalizing on the American public's unfamiliarity with the cookie's Japanese origins. By the 1950s, fortune cookies had become a staple of Chinese American dining, cementing their place in popular culture. The recipe and production methods for fortune cookies also evolved during this period. The original Japanese senbei were transformed into a lighter, sweeter cookie made from flour, sugar, vanilla, and oil. The process of making fortune cookies was further refined and mechanized, allowing for mass production. The dough is baked on flat circular plates, and while still warm, a slip of paper with a fortune is placed on top. The cookie is then folded and shaped into its distinctive crescent form using a specialized machine or by hand. The popularity of fortune cookies extends beyond the dining experience. They have become a cultural phenomenon, appearing in movies, television shows, and even political events. Fortune cookies are also commonly used in marketing and promotions, with custom messages tailored to specific events or products. Their widespread appeal lies in their simplicity and the element of surprise they offer. In recent years, fortune cookies have seen various innovations and adaptations. Gourmet versions with unique flavors such as chocolate, green tea, and even savory options have emerged, catering to diverse tastes. Fortune cookie manufacturers have also embraced customization, allowing individuals and businesses to create personalized messages for special occasions, corporate events, and weddings. The global spread of Chinese cuisine has introduced fortune cookies to new audiences worldwide. While they remain most popular in the United States, fortune cookies can now be found in Chinese restaurants across Europe, Australia, and other parts of the world. Interestingly, in China, fortune cookies are largely seen as a novelty item rather than a traditional part of the cuisine, highlighting their unique role in Chinese American culture. Despite their widespread popularity, fortune cookies are not without controversy. One common misconception is that fortune cookies are a traditional Chinese dessert. This belief has led to confusion and disappointment among visitors to China, where fortune cookies are not typically found in authentic Chinese restaurants. The debate over the true origins of the fortune cookie has also sparked discussions about cultural appropriation and the complexities of immigrant identity in America. Additionally, there have been legal disputes over the intellectual property rights to fortune cookie production methods and machinery. In the 1980s, a series of lawsuits between fortune cookie manufacturers highlighted the competitive nature of the industry and the significant economic stakes involved. The history of fortune cookies is a testament to the fluidity of cultural exchange and the power of adaptation. From their humble beginnings as Japanese temple treats to their status as a beloved symbol of Chinese-American cuisine, fortune cookies have traversed geographical and cultural boundaries. They have been shaped by the experiences of immigrants, the impacts of historical events, and the changing tastes of consumers. And now we bring you the fortune cookie.
Ingredients: 2 large egg whites, half a cup granulated sugar, half a cup all-purpose flour, 1/4 teaspoon salt, a 1/4 cup melted butter, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons water, small strips of paper with written fortunes. Step 1. Preheat the oven. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 175 degrees Celsius. Line a baking sheet with parchment paper or a silicone baking mat. Step 2. Prepare the batter. In a medium mixing bowl, beat the egg whites and sugar until frothy, but not stiff. Add the melted butter, vanilla extract, and water. Mix until well combined. Sift the flour and salt into the mixture. Stir until the batter is smooth and free of lumps. Step 3. Shape the cookies. Drop a tablespoon of batter onto the prepared baking sheet. Use the back of a spoon to spread the batter into a thin, even 4-inch, 10 centimeters circle. You can do 2 to 3 cookies per sheet, leaving ample space between them as they will spread during baking. Step 4. Bake the cookies. Bake in the preheated oven for 7 to 8 minutes, or until the edges of the cookies turn golden brown. Step 5. Shape the fortune cookies. Remove the cookies from the oven one at a time. Quickly lift a cookie off the baking sheet with a spatula and place a fortune in the center. Fold the cookie in half to form a semicircle, then gently bend the edges together to create the classic fortune cookie shape. You can use the edge of a cup or a muffin tin to help hold the shape until the cookie cools and hardens. Repeat with the remaining cookies. If they harden too quickly to shape, you can return them to the oven for a few seconds to soften. Step 6. Cool and store. Allow the fortune cookies to cool completely on a wire rack. They will become crisp as they cool. Store in an airtight container to keep them fresh. Enjoy your homemade fortune cookies with personalized messages inside.